So now today and tomorrow we have only 4 hours, and in 4 hours we are going to, there is a lot of things to discuss, which actually I want to share. But time is always a limitation. So in 4 hours, I will try to share maximum in which will be useful. So let us start with I think all of us are aware of that there are basic 11 systems in the body, and the systems have some organized pattern. So let us see, this is common everywhere. So let us, there are cells, then those cells are, when the cells come together, they make a tissue, and when tissues come together, they make an organ. When organs come together, they make a system, and many come together, they make a functional body. And it is common. It is a type of cell, smooth cell part of.
I'm so sorry, Sai. I think there is some voice problem. I'm not getting voice clearly. I don't know it's from my side or from everyone.
It's for everybody or just for him?
No, it is a little feeble and disturbed. Yes.
Probably it's because the distance is too much. Maybe the voice is just echoing.
Yeah,
all are
the
facing the
voice is
same.
All right, let me do it. Is it okay now?
Yeah, this is better, sir. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Is it better or
No,
completely?
No, this is
Okay.
this is better. This is better.
Yeah, if you can just, I think, go back to the screen one slide before. You missed it. Sorry, yeah.
Is it okay?
Yeah, it's okay, sir. It's okay.
All right. So this is a cell from your digestive system. So this is one cell. This is one cell. When these cells, one or many cells are arranged in a pattern, and when these many cells come together, they make a tissue. So this is a tissue. And when many tissues come together, we will see how these cells are arranged in a special pattern. It make an organ. This is an organ, stomach. So many cells, tissues, and organ, and like stomach, there are many organs which are arranged in a structure. Esophagus, liver, stomach, pancreas, gallbladder, small intestine, large intestine. They make a system. So this is a system. Here it is digestive system.
Dr. Ritesh, there is echo still. I think you did some setting just before this. That was okay. It's still echoing.
All right. Actually, this place has a little issue with the sound.
I think maybe when, sir, you come closer, the voice gets better. When you go far away a little, maybe then it starts echoing.
Yeah, it is okay. Is it?
Kind of.
All right. So, yeah. So yes, I was saying that cells, tissues, organ, many organs, system. Here it is an example of digestive system, and like digestive system, when many systems, digestive system, endocrine system, nervous system, your cardiovascular system, respiratory system, when they come together, they make a whole functional body. And this pattern is found everywhere. This is how the whole planet is designed now. I mean, in animal kingdom and plant kingdom also. Final structures can be different, but the organization is same, like cells, tissues, and organs and systems and functional body. So like this, we have 11 systems, but here we are going to talk about just 9 systems, 9 important systems. And most of these systems are in pair. Why? Because they work really close to each other. So if you talk about one system, immediately another system will come into mind because they both work together, or they have some approximation, they have some relativity. So skeletal system and muscular system, 1 and 2, nervous system and endocrine system, respiratory system and circulatory system, digestive system and excretory system, and 9th one is reproductive system. So if you talk about bones, muscles will come in your mind automatically, like the skeletal, or we can call it musculoskeletal system. Then is nervous system and endocrine system. So your nervous system works throughout the body through endocrine system. So endocrine system, it is you can say it is a leader and it follows it. And this is how they create, they control the whole body. So nerves and endocrine system, lungs and the heart. So respiratory system is for lungs, organ-wise, and circulatory system is for heart. Digestive system, your food, and excretory system, the excretion. So those are connected. Reproductive system is an independent system. So like this, there are 9 systems. Now we will discuss in brief these all systems one by one. So let us talk about skeletal system. As we know, in this course, just for 4 hours we are going to discuss. So it is very brief but very important. So just be careful. Consists of bones, ligaments, and tendons. Skeleton is what? This is skeleton. If you can see here, this is skeleton. So all the bones, 206 bones in the body, they form our skeletal system. So basically, this is made of what? 1, bones, 2nd, ligaments, and 3rd, tendons. Bones are the framework, the design or the shape we have got of our body. It is because of these bones. If the bones are not there, it is like a cloth without the hanger. So skeleton or the bones are the hanger of the body. So the first structure is bones. 2nd structure is ligaments. What are the ligaments? Ligaments are which connect bone to bone. So 2 joints here you can see. This is skeleton. So here this muscle, this bone, humerus, and this radius and ulna, these are connected because of this pinkish structure they call ligament. Similarly here, this is also ligament, here ligament. So one bone is connected to another bone through ligaments. And 3rd structure is tendons. So tendons are which connect bone to muscle, bone to muscle. So muscle, now your question may be that why muscle is not the part of a skeletal system, because muscle is an independent system. That is muscular system we call it. But if you combine, you can call it musculoskeletal system also. So bones, ligaments, and tendons. Just remember, ligaments connect bone to bone and tendons connect bone to muscle. Now, this skeletal system, it works with muscular system to help in movement of the body. So whatever movement is brought in the body, actually you move your bones through the muscles. So now it's used in asana. When you are doing an asana, for example, you are doing all right. So in this asana, what are you moving? You are placing your bones in certain manner. No, here it is femur and your tibia and fibula. Here again the thigh bone, no, your femur, and here your arms, your spine, your pelvic. So you are placing your bones. So always try to see that how your bones are placed. In your asana, right? Those bones are moved through muscles. So you will be mobilizing, you will be moving your bones and placing them in a certain manner with the help of the muscles. Now, just to know a little more about this system, one important part of the skeletal system is marrow. What is marrow? Marrow is a soft fatty tissue that produces red blood cells. If you see inside the longer bones, like this bone, this thigh bone, femur, here, if you cut it and if you see it inside, it is hollow inside, and this hollow part is filled with soft fatty tissue, and that is known as bone marrow. The fatty tissue, the structure is known as bone marrow, and where red blood cells are produced. So this skeletal system is not important only for your movement, but it is important for your red blood and other blood cells generation. So many white blood cells and other immune cells are also generated inside the bone marrow. So two important things we got to know from here: one, movements, and second, blood generation. That is why we need a good and healthy skeletal system. Now, just for your understanding, brief understanding, here we will take two things: one, head; second, your spine, and the rib cage. Nothing else. These three things: one, your skull; second, your spine, and your ribs, and your sternum. These three things, we call them axial skeletal system. Axial. What is axis? No, this axial word is made of axis. Axial skeletal system, which is in the center. Axial skeletal system. You see, it is very important from yoga point of view. So your head and your spine, and your ribs, and these ribs. So whole rib cage, including your chest bone and spine and the head. These three things are made of, or these three things combined, called axial skeletal system. So this axial skeletal system in yoga class, you always take care when you are doing asanas. You need to keep this part, axial skeletal system, always stable with the help of your peripheral skeletal system. So remaining these limbs, your shoulder girdle,
सर ये skeleton आप साइड पे कर दें, दिख नहीं. Sorry. Thank you.
here, your shoulder girdle, and your arms, your pelvic girdle, and your legs. All right, from here to here. So whole is from the shoulder to the fingers, from the pelvic to the legs. So one is axial skeletal system, and second is peripheral and skeletal system. So now in yoga class, when you are doing especially asanas, you always use your limbs or this skeletal system to keep your axial skeletal system comfortable or stable. As you know, in yoga, we read two sutras from Patanjali. Those are Sthir, Sukham, Asanam. Two things are required. One is stability, that is Sthir, and second is ease or comfort. So this comfort, mental comfort, is actually the reflection of your spinal stability or your placement of the head. So if your spine is not stable, to the cervical, your head will not be stable, and for a single uncomfortable moment, there is a presentation in form of some emotion or some mental comfort or discomfort. So, and that comes through these limbs. So for example, if you are doing downward dog, or you just take an example of the same example, just we took here, it is warrior. any of the warrior you can take. Yes, this one, warrior. So in the warrior, if your legs are not strongly placed, not stable legs, no, where you will experience it? Finally, you will experience in the head that you are not comfortable. And it is coming from this way. So what is happening? Your mind is collecting the information through your senses, especially your skin sense or your interoception or proprioceptions. And that is because your feet or your knees or your pelvic is not well placed. Those bones are not well placed. Why? Because muscles are not well placed. And that is why finally you feel uncomfortable and you want to come out of that asana immediately. So here you should understand, or we should understand, that with the help of this skeleton, the legs and the arms, including the shoulders and the pelvic, we should place them so much effectively that your spine becomes neutral and stable. And that is how you will feel sukha, the ease or the comfort in your head. And so it is not only the part of your just the discussion or the theory part, but it has too much to take with your skeletal system, the way you handle it during the practice. I hope it is okay. Is it clear?
All okay, guys? Any questions, please do feel free to ask. Okay, looks
All good so far.
yeah.
Thank you. So now the second is muscular system. This is all about skeletal system. Muscular system. Now in the muscle system or muscular system, we are talking about two kinds of muscles, voluntary and involuntary. There are three kinds of muscle tissues: skeletal, smooth, and cardiac. So the voluntary muscles and the skeletal muscles. So skeletal muscles are the voluntary muscles. Understand this way. Skeletal muscles. Skeletal means bone. So the muscles which are attached to the bones are voluntary muscles. And the smooth and the cardiac. So smooth muscles, you can take the muscles of digestive system. So these digestive system muscles and the heart muscles are involuntary muscles. These are the muscles which you cannot move with your volition. You cannot move them with your instruction or the order, the way you can move your skeletal muscle. So there are two muscles, voluntary and involuntary. Now understand, in yoga practice what we do, we use voluntary muscle to influence involuntary muscles. How? So asana is not just a physical practice. When you move your voluntary muscles, no, going back to the earlier slide, where you were discussing how to place your muscles. So if you place your muscles in a way, effortless, prayatna sathilyam, what Patanjali says when discuss about yoga, effortlessly. Effortlessly means you develop if you improve the different capacities of the muscles, like their strength and their flexibility part, no, the lengthening and the contraction, the toning. If you develop their properties, after some time, what you will feel is that you can move or you can hold the muscles in particular position for longer without any effort. That is effortlessness. But for that, you have to train your muscles. So when your muscle is trained voluntarily, it remains effortless during the practice, and that is how it influences your involuntary muscle. For example, you are doing warrior one. Now, while doing warrior one, you feel in the beginning your heart rate goes up, your breath rate goes up, you sweat also. No, why? Because here, when you are engaging your voluntary muscles, those are not capable. Their capacity of contraction is not that good. They get tired soon, and that is why a lot of energy demand is created, and your heart has to work more. Your lungs and heart both have to work more. So when you do asanas in a certain manner, holding and getting mastery over the asanas, then your heart and lungs remain relaxed during the practice also. Yes, and that is how we develop their response. Not only that, even the digestive system, and other systems also. When you move your asanas, or when you move in asanas using your voluntary muscles in certain manner, you influence your all the smooth muscles also. That is why a lot of asana practice, when you see yoga therapy, in yoga therapy, what happens? Doing practices in certain manner, you work on your digestive system also. You work on your nervous system also. You work on your endocrine system also. You work on your reproductive system also. In every system, there are muscles. Most of the systems, and those all muscles respond to the stress. And the first impact of the stress is musculoskeletal system, or the skeletal system, muscular system. So when you start learning how to keep your muscles relaxed in asanas and without asana, that is beyond asana, that is relaxation. So when you start learning or control your voluntary muscles, then automatically your involuntary muscles, all the muscles of other systems, maybe endocrine system, maybe majorly your digestive system and your cardiovascular system, respiratory system. So all muscles work very efficiently, and we get a wonderful harmony within. That is why asanas are not only a physical practice, but those are somatopsychic practice. Somatopsychic practice. Okay? Somatopsychic. You work on the body, but through the body you work on the mind. And in between, this entire system is involved. That is, muscles are involved in between. So I guess this is understood. And this is the skeletal system consists of, this together with the skeletal system controls the movement of the body. So in the skeletal system, we place our bones in certain manner, and those bones are placed in certain manner with the help of the muscles. For example, if you are doing downward dog, in downward dog, if you extend your elbows, what are you doing? You are involving your tricep. You are extending from the elbow. So you are using some of your pronators and your triceps and the muscles of your hands. This way, what happens? You are extending your elbow and involving this part of the body, arm, muscles, and that keeps your spine neutral. Similarly here, if you place your foot on the floor and you pull your kneecap up, engaging your quadricep, that also gives you strength and keeps your legs stable. So arms is stable and legs is stable. And here, doing this, your spine gets neutral and remains stable and relaxed. So you have to use your muscle. Now, if you don't use your quadriceps, if you don't use your triceps and the forearm muscles here, then you see what will happen. Your spine will be unstable because there is nothing to support your spine. And it implies everywhere. So in asana, what you have to understand, that you just create the shape with the help of the asana with the help of the bones, and that shape, and to create that shape, when you need to move your bones, take the help of the muscles, available muscles. Hope this is